Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video we are going to do a what sold. This is the first time I've ever done one of these, but kind of wanted to go over everything that sold this week, and I believe we hit about $500 in sales, which is fantastic. I will be showing you everything that sold, kind of giving you the breakdown. Sorry, that was the cat. Giving you the breakdown of how much I paid for each item, how long it sat, and what the margin kind of return on investment was. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so why don't we go ahead and get started here with this Chico's piece. It looks like this one sold for $24. This was an offer that was sent to me. I had it listed for $28, I believe, $28 to $30. So this one was an offer for $24. I did accept that, and I did end up buying that in August. So it did sit for just a little while. My total profit on this one ended up being $17.16. Let's go ahead and move on to the social standard camo pants. I've had these for quite a while, but they are recently relisted. I did relist these about 3 or 4 days ago, and they ended up selling. I did originally pick them up in April, and I wasn't sure about the print on these, but they ended up selling, which is fantastic, and sell for $30. They did sit for quite a while, but again, they did move, and I'm going to go ahead and just put that money into faster moving inventory now. But my profit on that one ended up being $21.98. Next thing that sold was this A New Day that's from Target. It's a Target brand midi skirt that I picked up. It was new with tags. This one I had picked up in July, which I thought would actually move faster than it did. It had quite a bit of likes and interest in it, but it just didn't sell. And let's see here, I picked this up for about $3.72. It sold for $23, so my net profit all in was $12.54. Next is the Athleta blue leggings. Again, I bought these in April of last year, but these were recently relisted with those social standard camo pants. They sold very quickly. I picked these up for $2.65. They sold for $18, and my net profit was $11.82. I was happy to see these move out. I feel like athletic pants like Athleta or Fadletics or Gymshark or Nike or whatever, if they're bigger sizes, because these are a medium, if they're bigger sizes and if they are black, they tend to move faster than the colorful prints and things like that. You really need to find a specific buyer for those leggings. So I'm learning that over time. The next thing that sold this was actually a really quick sale. This is a Lululemon muscle tank. I picked this up and just recently listed it. I had it in my death pile for quite a while. Picked it up on September, the beginning of September, and I had just recently listed it, and it sold fairly quickly. I've never sold Lululemon before. I know that it's extremely popular, but this one I wanted to see how it was going to do, and it did really well. So this was a $4 pickup, and I usually don't spend that much on individual pieces. I like to try to keep it under $350. It didn't happen here, but that's okay. And I sold it for $22, so it was a $10, almost $11 profit, which was great for me, especially because it was so quick. Zagat and Voltaire shirt I picked up in June and just recently relisted, and this one sold pretty quickly once it was relisted. And let's see here, it sold for $23. My total profit was $5.57, and I was into it for about $3.50. The next one is the Blue and Gray mock neck sweater. This one, again, was recently relisted with the Zagat and Voltaire. I bought this in June, and I thought it was going to sell a lot faster than it did. I think it was because it had like racing stripes on the side, which I thought were adorable, but I think it had to be a certain person who picked it up. And maybe not a lot of people like the mock neck sweaters. Maybe some people more like crew necks or V-necks, but I happen to really like this mock neck look, especially during wintertime. I was into it for $3.35 and it sold for $18. I did accept that on an offer and I was happy to see it move. So I took an $11.23 profit. Okay, next is the Angie Black Floral Long Line Kimono Cardigan in a size medium. Into it for $3.50, and I sold it for $28, which was full asking price, which is fantastic. That hardly ever happens, but when it does, it's a beautiful day. With fees and everything taken out, I walked away with a $20 profit. So I was really excited about that. And somebody had something that they're going to love, and it got to a good home. So that is all that matters to me. Next one is the Sigrid Olsen Blue Stripe 100% linen button front shirt. This is really nice because it was 100% linen. It was just really nice fabric content, and I ended up buying this in July, and I thought it was going to go a lot faster than it did. And I think it was because it was a medium and not a large or an extra large or a plus size. I was into it for $3 or $2.80, so just kind of average. I always round up. And I sold it for $20, and with fees and everything taken out, my profit was $13.50. Next, I ended up selling the Alex Marie green mock neck button front jacket. This one was so cute, and I absolutely love this jacket so much. As soon as I picked it up, I knew it was going to move pretty quickly. I picked it up at the beginning of September, and it sold almost exactly a month later. I was only into it for 82 cents because I got it at the bins. A lot of the things that I've picked up and have sold recently have been relisted items that I was buying at the regular Goodwill, because that's all I knew when I first started my journey as a reseller. And because now I know that the bins are a better way to have better margin and to get a cheaper inventory, I try to go down to the bins that are a few hours away from my home a couple times a month. So this was one of those pickups, and it was 82 cents, which was fantastic. I sold it for $35, and with fees and everything taken out, I made a $26.59 profit. And this is, again, why I go to the bins now exclusively. I try my best not to go to the regular Goodwill anymore. Even on 99-cent day, I still kind of go and look, but I'm extremely picky about the things I pick up. I'm a little bit more flexible when I pick up things at the bins or the Goodwill outlet, because I know that I'm not into it for $3, $4, $5, $6. And, it really pains me to have to pay up for certain things, so I just don't do it. But occasionally, sometimes, you can make a decent profit. Even if it's only $10, it's still $10 that you can flip into something that's going to, move quickly or quicker. So let's go ahead and keep moving now that I'm done rambling. So the Dad and Me baby t-shirt that I had talked about in I think it was my last haul or the haul before that, or the part one, part two of that giant haul that I had. This was in there. I got this in August, the middle to late August, and this actually moved fairly quickly, and it went to a good home, thank goodness. It's going to be used by somebody who's having a newborn. I was into it for $3.90. I sold it for $28. It's a little lower than I wanted to sell it for, but I knew that the person that was going to get it was going to love it. So I did accept a $28 offer that was sent to me on Poshmark, and I ended up making a $20 profit on it. So I'm happy with that. Just listed was an Anthropologie Angelique maxi dress in orange. It's like an orange floral dress. It was so pretty. It's actually a size large, and I ended up listing it the end of September, and it sold within 2 weeks of me listing it on Mercari. I was into it for about $3.50 and I sold it for $44, and I ended up making about a $40 profit. So because Mercari doesn't have fees, it went pretty well and I'm ecstatic about it. So that was another really good flip for me. And I had never heard of that brand before, but when I did some research at the store, I ended up paying up a little bit more for it, and it was well worth it. And those are those moments when it's okay to pay up for things, but I try not to make it a consistent thing. The next thing I bought was this Lewin Gray burnt orange crew neck sweater. This actually was listed and turned over within like a week of me listing it. I had it in my death pile for quite a while because I was working through a huge lot of clothing and trying to get all that listed in pictures and everything. So it took a little longer than I expected. But when I did end up listing this one turned quickly. Unlike the other Lewin Gray sweater, that one sat for a while, but this one turned into a quick flip. So I was into it for about $1.20. I sold it for $28, and with fees and everything taken out on Poshmark, it ended up being a $22.77 profit. Next was the Patagonia Yellow or Pata Aloha Hawaiian vintage shirt that I had picked up. I thought it was a women's shirt. It ends up being a man's shirt. I had no idea because I picked it up in the women's section, did some research, realized how much they were going for on eBay, and honestly, I wasn't wanting to sit and haggle with it. I don't do a whole lot of men's clothing. When I do pick it up, it's usually more plain pieces because I feel like those will flip pretty quickly. But this one was just something that called to me. I knew I had to pick it up, no matter if it was a man or a woman's shirt. It was a size small. Again, I don't pick up a whole lot of men's shirts or clothing that are small or medium. I try to tend to do more plus size, like large and above. But I was into this one for $4.40, which again was a higher price than a lot of the other things that I like to pick up. But I mean, the print and the flamingos and everything, I couldn't say no. Ended up getting an offer for $30. I accepted that, and after fees and everything, it ended up being a $21.26 profit. One was from Lucky Brand. Again, this was recently relisted. I bought this in May of last year, May of this year. The size medium. I was only into it for $2.38, which is about, I want to say under $3, so that works out perfectly. I sold it for $13 because I have had it forever and just wanted it to go to a good home. And it was a great piece. It's really nice. And I think for the season coming up, it's going to be great. And with fees and everything taken out and my price of goods, it ended up being an $8.41 profit. So I was happy with that. The next thing I just sold today was from MG. This is a paisley cropped hooded oversized shirt, pullover shirt, and it's 100% rayon. It's got that banded waist and it's got the dolman sleeves, very oversized, very boho and beachy and just all the things. And this one I was only into for $3. I got an offer for $21. I did accept on a Mercari, and I ended up having, with no fees or anything from the platform, ended up being $17.96 profit. So I'm really happy with that. The last one that just sold this evening, so this is a nice little add-on to this video because it got right under the wire before I started doing this voiceover. And this one was the Mango Peachy Pink Wide Leg Pull-On trouser pants. And they're like a satiny feel. They're really, really nice. They're new with tags. I picked these up when I went thrifting not too long ago. I think they might have made it into a video. I'm not 100% sure. I did get them in the beginning of September. They were an extra large, and I was into them for $4.50, which I paid up for, but they were new with tags and they were in pristine condition. So I was confident that they would sell. My Posher VA sent out an offer for $30 to the buyer. She did accept that, and with fees taken out and everything, I ended up with an $18.37 profit. Very happy with that. I'm happy to see them flip pretty quickly, and they're going to go to great homes. I did end up selling 18 pieces, and my average ticket sale was $27.77. I try to shoot for 25 to 26, so 27 is perfect. I'm so happy with the average sales price, and I hope next week is just as fruitful. If you guys have any questions or if you want to see anything else, please let me know in the comments below. The next video, I'm sure, will be a haul video. I've got so much that I need to haul for you guys, so it's going to be a big one, probably a much longer video. So I love you guys, and let's cut the B-roll. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure that you subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. I love you, and I'll see you soon.